Hey everybody, and welcome to Leia's Lair. In this episode, I'll be going over 7 theories that are currently going around about who Supreme Leader Snoke is. If you're enjoying the videos, please give them a like and subscribe to the channel so I can continue making them for you. As you all know, Snoke is the Supreme Leader of the First Order, who is first shown in Episode 7. There are many theories going around on who he could be. The first theory is that Supreme Leader Snoke is Darth Plagueis. Remember that Darth Plagueis was the Sith Lord who was thought to be able to create life itself from midichlorians.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
The idea behind this theory is that instead of being killed by his apprentice, Darth Sidious, Darth Plagueis revived himself or somehow survived the murder attempt. From here, he would go on to assume his place as Supreme Leader. There is some evidence to support this theory. In the 2012 novel Darth Plagueis, he is described as being immune, which is a tall human-like alien. Now if we look at Snoke, he fits the description pretty closely. On top of that, the injuries that Snoke has could be the result of the attempted murder. The downfalls to this theory are that the novel mentioned previously is actually no longer considered canon. So even though Plagueis is mentioned in Revenge of the Sith, making the character canon, the description of him as immune would no longer exist in the movie universe. And if that downfall was not deterring enough for this theory, Pablo Hidalgo, a creative executive in story development at Lucasfilm, has said that Darth Plagueis is indeed dead and that the two characters are not the same. The next theory going around is that Snoke is Senator Palpatine. Somehow Palpatine survived his fall down the Death Star reactor shaft and went on to become Snoke. The evidence behind this theory is not very concrete. It has been suggested that Snoke's old age aligns with Palpatine's and that his obvious injuries are the result of the fall. However, to counter that, the actor who played Senator Palpatine, Ian McDiarmid, has said in the past that his character is dead and has been so for 30 years. One of the more far-fetched theories going around is that Snoke is the Grand Inquisitor. The theory is that the Grand Inquisitor survived an exploding reactor shaft in the Star Wars Rebels series and went on to become the Supreme Leader. It is thought that the face tattoos of the Grand Inquisitor were burned off in the explosion. The only evidence behind this theory is the apparent similarities in height and build that Snoke and the Grand Inquisitor share. Another far-fetched theory is that Snoke is Darth Vader. The theory is that after the destruction of the Death Star and the deaths of both Palpatine and Darth Vader, Palpatine sent his spirit into the body of Vader, bringing him back to life and subsequently becoming Snoke. The evidence behind this theory is the similarities in the facial scars of Snoke and Darth Vader. I personally think this theory is a bit too out there to be true, but nonetheless I thought I would mention it since it is floating around. Also going around, though highly unlikely, is that Snoke is Mace Windu. The theory is that Mace Windu did not die when he was thrown from the window by Palpatine in Revenge of the Sith. Instead, he survived, but was left scarred and vengeful toward the Skywalker clan because of Anakin's betrayal. The next theory is that Snoke is Vitiate or Valkorion, an ancient Sith Emperor who lived during the First War between the Jedi and the Sith. After the defeat of the Sith, he rebuilt them and brought them back to destroy the Old Republic. The evidence behind this theory is that Snoke is supposed to have lived through the events of the first 6 movies, which would make him ancient. As well as in the Force Awakens novelization, he tells Kylo Ren about how he watched the rise and fall of the Empire and desires to create something stronger. Finally, and the most probable theory, is that Snoke is actually a completely new character who has not been featured in the series before. The evidence behind this theory is staggering. First of all, Andy Serkis, who plays Snoke, bluntly stated that Snoke is a new character in the universe. On top of that, in the Art of Star Wars The Force Awakens tie-in book, it is stated that the design of Snoke was still being decided until 8 weeks before the movie's release. If he was indeed a character from before, there would be no reason to wait that long to decide on the final design of the character. And the final theory is that I, Leia's Lair, am Snoke. Mwahaha. Just kidding. And there you have it, some of the theories currently going around on the true identity of Supreme Leader Snoke. Who do you guys think Snoke is? Let me know down below in the comment section. And remember to like and subscribe to the channel for more great videos to come. I hope to see you all again in Leia's Lair.